Bootleg Kev podcast. We have got the legendary, one of the greatest of all time, Pete Rock.
Peace. What up, bro?
Man, listen, Pete Rock, let me tell you something. When I was a kid, when you dropped your album, I think it was the Soul Brother.
Mac and the Soul Brother.
Yeah. No, what was it? What was the album you dropped, your solo album? And it was like 98, 99.
Soul Survivor.
Soul Survivor. Yeah, that was the first time. Like I'm 33, so at that time I was like 12 or some shit. But that was the first time.
What time it is. You heard.
Right. So I had come up on your ship without even knowing about the CL Smooth shit, right? So I had to go back and dig in. But I just want to give you your flowers, man. You're a legend, bro. Welcome to the podcast.
You, thank you, boss man. You know what I'm saying? I love hip hop, brother. I love what I do, man. You know, it's as simple as that, man.
I met you for the first time. I met you backstage at Rock the Bells with DJ. I have a picture with you and DJ Premier.
Oh, okay.
Which is one of the most legendary photos I've ever taken. To have both of you guys together in a photo is a big deal. Talk about. let's get in real quick. Just you're dropping a new project now. It's all instrumentals, right?
Yeah, all instrumentals, no samples. I got a band now. Shout out to the Soul Brothers, Daru, Yannick, Christopher McBride, Mono Neon, Jermaine Holmes, Marcus Machado, Big Yuki. The list goes on, man. You know, I'm trying to be one of those great 70s bands like Kool and the Gang and
right.
You know.
Yeah, it's crazy to hear you say you're putting out an instrumental album with no samples.
Mm-hmm. Yep, no samples at all. I mean, listen, a producer is a producer, man. You know, you got to be able to make music too, like without the sampling. You know what I'm saying? And these are all my ideas with the band just playing them over.
Yeah. Why go the instrumental route as opposed to, I don't know, just you're Pete Rock. You could get verses from whoever you want. You've done it before, so like why just do the full instrumental route on this go round? Because
I want people to really feel the music without no noise on it at first. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny because that's what happened with Donuts, with Dilla. It was like, I don't even want to hear anybody rapping on Donuts.
Nope.
You just want to press play on it and just vibe.
And just vibe. Because you know what? Music is a vibe. It's medicine. It's a healer. You know what I'm saying? So that's my job first, is to do that for the people. You know what I mean? And, you know, you can bring the rappers in anytime I'm ready to do something like that. You know what I'm saying? I got a whole bunch of that coming out soon with other rappers and with my own team.
Who do you have? Okay, I want to get to a few areas of your career, but out of the new generation, who's got your attention?
Griselda.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of other people too. And, you know, Action Bronson, you know, all them type of cats. Freddie Gibbs, you know what I'm saying? Like people like that. That's my wave. That's my wave right there.
Have you tapped in with the Corday kid?
Not yet. You know,
I feel like you guys would make some beautiful music together, man. Your phone just dipped out. You there? You're back.
Okay.
You're back.
I'm back. My phone died, man.
I figured that's what happened.
Yep. I'm on my other phone now.
All good, man. Look, Pete Rock, we were talking about some of the newer artists that you were fucking with. You were saying you love Griselda, Freddie Gibbs. You and Gibbs haven't worked together yet?
Not yet, but we talking about it. We've been talking about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
And I'm like, you know, if it happens, that'd be dope. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm more concentrated on, because I see cats is busy, so I'm doing, you know, my own stuff with my artist Amir, who's gonna be really dope.
Amir, okay.
Amir, yep.
Yeah, hey, you know what album I really loved was the record you and Smoke DZA put out together.
Yes, Don't Smoke Rock.
Don't Smoke Rock was crazy, and then you put the instrumentals album out. Yes. What would you guys do a sequel to that?
Of course.
Has that been talked about at all?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah, I think that and the Smith and Wesson shit. I feel like you know, it's funny because you've been doing these joint projects, and I feel like this year and last year were really kind of like the wave of like artists fully tapping in with a producer. You know, Hit Boy did his thing with Benny. Fred did his thing with Alchemist. You know, Conway did something with Alchemist.
Yeah.
Who's somebody who you would like to just zone out with and do a whole album with that you haven't yet?
Ghostface.
Ghostface. Woo!
Yep.
That would be legendary.
Sure.
Well, have you guys spoken about that ever?
We talk like a lot. We talk like a lot all the time. And you know, we'll have to see, man.
Ghostface would be insane.
Yep.
He's my personal top 5 ever. My personal. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yep.
Ghostface.
He's on my personal list too.
There's 2 lists, right? There's like your personal list and then like the list that you know, the like.
So when people be like, what's your top 5 or top 10? Man, I got top 20, man.
It's like, what are we talking about? Are we talking about like everyone's list or like my favorites? Because there's like a difference.
My security list, my most important list has Jadakiss on it and Ghostface.
That's fair. Got to.
Okay.
Yeah, Ghostface, the most consistent, one of the most consistent rappers ever, discography wise. Album for album, he could go against. It's like him and Ye.
Yep. That's dope. And I know, like, if we ever work together, it would be so easy.
Is it easy to work with Pete Rock?
Yeah. Hell fucking yeah.
I just, the most.
You know what? It's easy to work with me when you respect me.
Okay. So you got to make sure that the artists understand. See, because I think that that's an important thing to say, because if someone's going to do something with Pete Rock, they got to understand it's a full collaborative process. You're Pete Rock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't be disrespectful to my to the way I do, to the way I'm great.
Right. Because I do feel like guys like yourself, guys like Primo, I wish that there was more of records like the record you did with DZA. I wish that there was more. I can't tell you how excited I was when you did the Joy with Hov and Ye. And when you had when you were in that pocket where Ye was doing the Good Friday records and you were working with Kanye.
Yeah.
I was just so excited because I'm like, this is what I want to hear, Pete Rock and Kanye. Why didn't it happen sooner? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. It would have, but like I look at it like, you could just set it down right there. Thank you. I look at it like, like he's from my school and that was bound to happen regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about that era where you were tapping in with Ye and the Joys. Those are my 2 favorite Kanye verses probably ever.
Thank you.
When he said the holy trinity, a bad bitch and a bag of or some Hennessy, in the mirrors where I see my only enemy.
Let me tell y'all something about Kanye on a lyric tip. Homeboy's nice. He's super nice.
Right.
I will never take that away from him, and he's very talented.
Nah, for sure, man. Was there any records you did with Ye that we didn't hear?
Yeah, I laid about 8 beats, but I think he might have went in on more than just one.
Right.
But I never heard it, and I doubt if he's using anything. But you know what I mean?
Right. All right, so you got you put the band together. We're getting some great instrumentals, some great music from you. The person who let's talk about you and why haven't we seen a verses with Pete Rock? I feel like you're the obvious guy to do one as far as the producer. I wouldn't mind seeing you and Alchemist.
I mean, I put it out there already, man, but nobody's biting, so it's all good.
How dope was it for you as a fan of the culture to see the RZA Primo battle?
I liked it. You know what I'm saying? But I just felt that there was a lot of things that needed to be rectified with the way it was coming over the Instagram. And
definitely. Yeah, there was that was before they were doing them in person and it was a big production. Yeah.
Going out, in and out, and it was just a lot of stuff that that needs to be fixed. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this, Pete. Do you feel like you're underappreciated as when it comes to hip hop overall? Do you feel like you get your flowers you deserve?
I feel like I get my flowers sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I really don't care, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I love music regardless of where people want to place me. I don't care about that shit. You know what I'm saying? What I care about is what's already up there in the sky. It's already, everything I've done, man, is on top tier. So I'm not mad at nobody or nothing, or cats not recognizing, you know, my talent. You know what I'm saying? But you know, real people know what time it is. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Real people know what it is. I'm not bothered by none of this shit because I have real talent.
Yo, what I appreciate about you is you're extremely unfiltered on Twitter.
Yeah.
Your Twitter be going up.
Yeah. Yeah, because, you know, I'm just trying to show people that, you know, there's a real side to me, and that, you know, even with the disrespect, I really don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying things for me and for people who agree with it or disagree in a respectful way, not in a disrespectful way, because you could disagree, but you don't got to be disrespectful.
I think that that's something that we've lost sight of, right? Is that if you don't see eye to eye with someone, I feel like in 2020 it's automatically an enemy or really, really contentious conversation.
Like you could be texting somebody and somebody will take it totally the wrong way because they can't see a facial expression, or, you know, they assume that you're getting at them. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, even like if you have any sort, like, you know, I don't fuck with Donald Trump, right? I don't.
Yeah.
Right. I voted for Joe Biden. At the same time, I have my critiques of Joe Biden.
Me too.
Just like you did. I saw some things you've said. But what's crazy is you can't say those things out loud without people coming at you like, bro, like, like it's almost like you can't even critique people anymore.
I don't care. Yo, let me tell you something, man. In the beginning, I used to be like, oh my God. Oh, he just called me this. He just disrespected me. He just, but I see what it is, man. I see these low lives, man. They just like to comment to get that, you know, so they could go back and run back and tell their friend, yo, I was arguing with Pete Rock, yo, and then he gets some followers behind that.
Yeah, it's almost like there's people who wait around online all day to be offended. It's like, what are you doing with your life when you're just sitting on Twitter waiting to get offended?
They're not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing that's in thought. You know, like, oh, these cats ain't nobody. They just home rubbing on their peas.
Right.
You know
yeah, I saw, hey, give me your honest thoughts. I saw you tweeting about the Tyson fight. I really enjoyed watching. First of all, Mike looked nice.
Yeah.
He looked sharp.
Let me tell you, man, I look back on both them dudes' careers, and I look at how they used to just dance on people. Like Roy is the best boxer dancer ever, you know, back in his heyday.
Of course.
Even them giving us this fight now is like, it's well appreciated because this it's great entertainment for the times we're in, man. We need some type of picker-upper, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought they did a great job. Whoever the Triller people are, they did you know, even the Jake Paul shit, you know, that was crazy. That was crazy.
And I mean, I love Nate Robinson. He's a Nick, you know what I'm saying? But when you pop in that shit and you ain't backing that shit up, man, you really not gonna back that up, man. That's a recipe for disaster.
We have did you pay attention to the Grammy nominations?
No.
So the best rap album category this year was it was some real hip hop shit that got nominated.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw something online. I know Freddie Gibbs got nominated.
Royce the 5'9" got nominated.
Yeah, Royce. Yep, Royce. And
Jay Electronica. Nas for King's Disease. And this kid from LA named D Smoke. I'm wondering, D Smoke is a really dope, talented kid from Inglewood out here in LA. He was on that show Rhythm and Flow on Netflix, but really fucking amazing artist. I'm
okay.
wondering though, what was your favorite album of the year?
Of this year?
Of this year?
Busta Rhymes.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Yo, tell me how crazy the Farrakhan speech is on there and how it leads into Busta spazzing.
Listen, man, people are so afraid of the truth, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I commend about Busta Rhymes, like, you know, doing this album, you know what I'm saying? Because it's real times right now. And you know, to do something else other than something real, you know, ain't the move. You know what I'm saying? So ELE is the best album in 2020.
Yo, period. It's crazy too, because it tells you how important it is to make timeless music, because a lot of this album, some of these songs are 10 years old.
Yep.
And the fact that they still resonate right now, like, and then, so you're part of the intro. Talk about how old that record is.
Man, 1992. And, you know, it was, you know, the joint I did for Nas, and
right.
He brought it back on some next.
You got I thought it was dope. He gave you the feature. Like, yes. It's a feature in Pete Rock.
I love Busta Rhymes. We have a really good relationship going back since 1991. So that's my guy. You know what I mean? And, you know, shit, man, look, there was a lot of great music that came out. You know what I'm saying? But the way some of the music that you hear, there's no real structure on the album. This Busta album has structure.
It's front to back.
Front to back, and you can tell that Busta cares about his audience. You could tell that he made this album for them, and you could tell that he is a hip hopper in his heart all the way.
He took the time on this album, and in an era where no one takes time on their projects.
Everybody's just rushing and throwing stuff out, and there's no rush to throw music out.
I want you to take me back to, obviously you're a part of my favorite album ever, Illmatic, which is probably, if you were to, you know, interview 100 tastemakers in hip hop, it'd probably get the most first place votes. You know what I'm saying? I think it's probably undisputedly.
That's a Mount Rushmore album.
Yes. When did you first meet Nas?
1990 or 91, when I was hanging around with Large Professor in Queens.
Shout out to Large Professor. Now, was this around the time Live at the Barbecue had released, or was it before that?
It was around that. It was around that time.
And
yeah, tad before that.
And when you're working on Illmatic, when you're working on with Nas, are you like aware at the moment? Because I feel like so much we're living in the moment, so sometimes we don't realize like the history we're a part of, or like were you like aware at the time? Were you conscious of like, yo, this shit is like, this is gonna change hip hop?
Well, depending on who got the beat, and anytime I'm working with him, you know, something good is gonna happen. So that's basically what that was. And when he heard the beat, it triggered something in him, and you know, he on the spot he came up with the hook, and he was like, "Yo, I want you to say this hook. I want you to sing this hook." And I, you know, did it. I didn't want to do it at first, but I did it. I ended up doing it.
Yeah, it's crazy because I also feel like you don't get props as much as you should as an artist. I mean, as a producer, you know, I just feel like as an artist as well, I feel like you don't get the respect maybe.
Am I supposed to be getting all this respect and stuff from? Like,
I don't know.
I don't care, bro. You
know
what I'm
fair.
saying? Because you know what? People are gonna be who they are. It's all good, man. You know, you got people out here who are clueless on what Pete Rock has done, you know, how important he is, all that. You know what I'm saying? And then you got people that show love. You got people that's like, yo, you are that nigga still. You know what I'm saying? And hey man, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at nobody. You know, there's so many dope people that producers, rappers that I want to work with still. You know what I
mean? Yeah, I would love to hear the Freddie Gibbs for me would be special.
Man, listen, I would put my foot in that one.
And a Ghostface project would be fucking insane.
Too. That put 2 feet in that.
Yo, look, man, quick break from the podcast to tell you about Odd Socks. All right. They're our official sponsor. They support what we do here at the Bootleg Kev podcast. All right. They got them Nickelodeon joints. They got these, shout out to Ghostbusters. I might keep those. Anyway, what you got to do is hit that oddsocksofficial.com. If you want to support what I do, the Bootleg Kev podcast, then support our partners, Odd Socks. Go buy some socks, man. Holidays are coming up. Oddsocksofficial.com. Keyword Bootleg Kev. You're getting 20% off of the most comfortable socks in the world. Shout out to Odd Socks. I feel like you've definitely probably answered who are your favorite producers of all time. I want to know, who do you think is the most slept on 2 or 3 producers ever?
2 or 3 producers.
Give me like 2 or 3 producers that you think deserve to be in more conversations, because I do think there are a lot that are, I think Large Professor is one of them. I think there's a lot, but like who do you got in that list?
Black Milk.
Black Milk is so cold.
Black Milk needs more props. You know what I'm saying? He's dope. You know what I'm saying? So
dope.
And I don't know if people up on vitamin D, but he dope too. Oh my goodness.
Vitamin D.
He's one of my new favorite dudes.
I have to check. Yeah, Derringer's dope. The Griselda guy, he's great. I think
Derringer gets it in. You know what I'm saying? But I was Alchemist fan. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
You know,
ALC, man.
Yeah. Yep. Alchemist. And everyone else. I'm a fan of all producers. It's not a fan like Ninth One. Everybody. I like everyone. You know what I'm saying?
Is there
I'm gonna say Dilla and Madlib are my 2 favorites.
Yo, how crazy were both of those Madlib projects with Fred? Wow.
Stupidity. Come on, man. Madlib be having joints, man. Got beats.
I heard he made a lot of bandana on an iPad. Yeah. Which is crazy.
Yeah. He's played me so many joints and sent me so much stuff. We talk almost every other day. And then, when I tell people that, they're like, I can't get him on the phone for nothing. I can't find him. I talk to the guy.
Yo, shout out to Madlib, but do you think, how often do you, because, I heard this story that Kanye once snatched drums from Dr. Dre back in the day.
He probably did.
How often do you, as producers, share, sounds, or, have you ever hit somebody up yo, where'd you get those drums?
No.
Not Pete Rock.
I find my own kicks and snares, man. I'm a heavy digger, man. That's all we do. As soon as we put the needle down, we looking for samples, but sometimes when we put the needle down, you'll hear a popping ass snare, bop. You know what I'm saying? Or a hi-hat, or,
Right.
I can make snares from scratch, homie.
Let me ask you this, because in 2020, how are what do you use to make beats? Are you using like this? Because obviously times have changed, technology's changed. Back in the day, we used to carry records when we would DJ. Now we don't need records. How are you still using your old school equipment? Are you on Reason, Pro Tools? What are you using?
Vinyl forever. I'm not a digital motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't digital at all. You haven't compromised on that.
I do the digital work. Don't get it fucked up.
Right.
I do that shit. But when I'm home, man, it's vinyl, man. And even certain 45 parties I may pop up and do, I'm bringing a little box out of vinyl.
Damn, the 45s.
Yep.
That's a beautiful thing, man. Do you have anything else that you have in the can right now, Pete, that you're working on outside of this instrumental project that's about to drop?
Yes, a whole bunch of stuff. A whole bunch. 2021 is going to be an awesome,
Can you give us any sort of hints?
I got my band, Pete Rock and the Soul Brothers album we're working on, right? Not the Petestrumentals 3. They're featured on that, on every beat. They're playing over every joint that you hear.
Right.
And then we drop an album, right? And then my man Amir comes, the rapper, the MC, and we got a mixtape coming out called Worth Its Weight in Soul, where I just just taking anything. Rick James, outstanding, and Fatback Man, and in certain, you know, obscure beats, and mixing it all together, and, you know, give people a feel of who this guy is. And you know, it's just one of those things that you could just, it's a mixtape, it's free, and you could just like kind of jam to it, and lyrically, dude is dope.
What is your temperature on hip hop currently? I feel like it's been in a dark place, and I feel like things are starting to turn around a little.
It's starting to turn around. So my temperature right now is 65 degrees.
Okay. Okay.
You understand?
So you're not freezing.
No, I'm not freezing, but I'm in the middle somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to get to the heat.
A couple years ago, you might have been freezing a couple of years ago.
I was in an igloo.
Shit was rough. Shit was rough.
I was angry and upset. You know what I'm saying? You know, because I can't stand whack beats and lyrics. I can't.
Yeah, it's like somewhere down the line, this like idea of like super overmodulated, it's just a lot of this shit that was coming out just sounded like noise, bro.
Exactly, man. And it was just like, man, I know I was angry in the beginning because it was going over my head like, damn, these guys ain't learned. Maybe we got to reteach them.
That's some real shit.
And then I snapped out of it, you know what I'm saying? And was like, all right, you know, let me just put some music out and see who bites.
That's fair. Hey, when you worked with Ye on The Joy, were you in, was that did you go to Hawaii for that?
Yes, I did.
What was that? What was that trip like? What was it like being out there working on History? Because obviously that ended up on Watch the Throne, but you know, that was the My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, you know, sessions.
Yep. And it was great. I mean, shit, that dude is living like a prince, you know. At least on the Hawaii side, I've been to his Malibu. Was I in his Malibu? No, that was Russell, the comedian. I went to hang out
Russell
with him.
Peters?
Yes, in Malibu. Yeah. And he told me who lives around him and near him. And I think Jay-Z lived down the street and Kanye lived over there and so. But anyway, we was in Hawaii and had a huge, you know, it was great. I had fun. You know,
yeah, it was crazy because at that time he brought RZA into the fold. He brought you into the fold. And it was like, finally, like this is the people we want to see Kanye work with. These are the people who inspired him. Like
I laid 8 beats. I laid eight of my own beats. You know what I'm saying? And we narrowed it down to 1.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
But I mean, you know, I had so much fun. That was my first time meeting Rose. You know what I'm saying? I met Kid Cudi that day.
Yep.
I met John Legend and his wife that day.
Wow.
Yeah, and while we were working all day, and then Kanye had these little pieces of paper up all over the studio saying no Twitter.
No Twitter.
Yeah.
That tells you how long ago it was, because now it would be no Instagram.
Yeah, I remember he did something like that online where he talked about, you know. And then when I went over there and we was in the studio, you know, he had it all over the studio.
Were you there to witness Rick Ross laying down his verse for "Devil in a New Dress"?
No, I didn't see that go down.
Because that's one of my favorite verses. But look, the project comes out next Friday or tomorrow or tonight.
December 11th.
December 11th. So next Friday.
Yes.
The volume 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2021, so much more coming.
What? Can't wait to start.
And there it is. hey, and shout out your artist Amir. Like, how can we find him online and all that? Just so we can tap in with him.
He goes by AMXXR.
For sure.
On Instagram with, you know, periods between each syllable.
All right, my G. Well, look, I appreciate your time and thank you for charging your phone up.
Yes, and you also, you know, go on my page if you want to hear like 2 clips of the mixtape. You'll see the cover with me and him on there. You know what I'm saying?
Are you going to be doing a vinyl pressing at all?
Yes. Yep.
Boom. Go support, man.
Have fun with it. You know what I'm saying?
You got to. P Rock, thank you for your time, bro.
God bless you, kid.
Yes, sir.
All right.